What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, pay-per-view, US. Get this. According to Rick Glacier, okay, just in the US pay-per-view for Tyson Fury was just over 40,000 pay-per-view buys. Wow. 40,000 pay-per-view buys is terrible, okay? Especially from a U.S. market, especially from a fighter from the U.K. that was marketed for the last 2 to 3 years or more in the USA. And it shows you, though, a lot of times people talk about Tyson Fury being the better fighter or the best fighter, but looking at what we see, the numbers speak for themselves. The numbers are not reflecting what people think of Tyson Fury. It puts me in reminder of the Otto Wallin fight, which was terrible numbers, and that was on regular ESPN, and Tom Schwartz. Okay, so those were two back-to-back performances by Tyson Fury. When it overperformed, underperformed, right? And I guess that was to get the profile up. Then came later the rematch between himself and Deontay Wilder, which it did okay, and then we went into a pandemic, so everything kind of went belly up. But now we're back. And the irony of it is, for it to have 94,000 in attendance, breaking all records in Wembley, it's surprising to see it only doing 40,000 in pay-per-view. Well, let me tell you on some of the reasons why, or some of the reasons I think why. First off, you don't have a one-sided promotion. The buildup was not there. And I think the buildup was not there due to how the fight was dealt, how it was, orchestrated, how, not saying BT can't sell, but what I'm saying is it's, the refusal of doing certain type of smaller things that really didn't mean a lot to a certain side. Dillian Whyte felt he was disrespected. It was a lot of things between him and his manager when they signed to fight Tyson Fury that wasn't fulfilled. They wanted to throw him on a charter jet instead of a private one, those type of things. And, those things didn't happen. The refusal to promote on certain ends, and it just shows you how if you do have two happy camps, you have two healthy promoting camps, okay? Because now you have two separate fighters promoting the same damn thing, going for the same damn gold. And we didn't have that. We had Dillian Whyte training, and we knew what he was training for, but he wasn't trying to promote that shit, because he was pissed off at the whole build up and how it was put together, and you're looking at a guy that felt disrespected, a lot of drama behind it, and it wasn't promoted the way it should. That should have been pushing, shoving, cursing, and then when they did come together, it was some damn, reunion or something. They grabbing each other's titties and all that. The only thing that kind of got hype was when John Fury and Dean Whyte almost came, to blows because of little hostility, because they came with the right type, in my opinion, the right type of energy. The right type of energy is supposed to have been aggressive, hype, damn near riot mentality, aggression. Okay, their interaction should have been somewhere in those ground in that ballpark. It shouldn't have been like it was. And it just, and it, and I think because of that, people seen when the only time they had a press conference and stuff like that, they were talking as though they're just friends. And it sounded good at the time, but then the fight was over in 5 rounds. But then I don't think that had anything to do with but people buying it. I think people didn't buy it because it wasn't promoted right. Okay. And Frank Warren spending all that money, and I think we can learn a lot from someone that's doing record-breaking stuff. And when you do record-breaking stuff or something above average or something that you never heard of, it could go very good or it could go very bad. Okay, now in attendance, people showed up because the UK, they show up and they show out. That's what they do. You guys know who you are. But as far as here in America, that fight or fights itself has to be promoted right. Get people's interest in the fight. Not it just shows up one day on a Saturday at 1 p.m. That's not going to sell a fight like that to that magnitude. It's not. That's why it was under, or just over, should I say, 40,000 pay-per-view buys. That is horrible. Okay? Give you an examples of marketed properly events. Maypac. Invented, promoted the right way. Conor McGregor and Mayweather. Again, promoted the right way. They did everything they had to do, they needed to do. That damn fight it was so many things that it did not have. Okay? Beyond the gloves, the sit down, those things, just like you've seen with any other fight, you've seen it with like David Haye, Vladimir Klitschko Fury, Jarrell Miller, Anthony Joshua. You had these type of venues. You had this type of promotion. And you only now look back, and the only thing you can do is wonder, imagine, what if that was Eddie Hearn? Counterpunch. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, underperforming, selling just over 40,000 pay-per-view buys. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.